Shalom, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai. Let's give all praises to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone that taught us this word, peace and citation to the hopeful elect across the planet Earth, pushing this truth. Shema Yashala, Yahweh, Allah Yahweh, Yahweh Akkad. Yeah, I just want to talk about how this earth is in need of new management because the earth is currently defiled under the inhabitants of thereof, mainly, Esau, the Edomites that rule this planet right now, so-called white man, he's destroying this earth, and it's in need of new management. I remember during 2020, during the lockdowns, when nobody was out, the earth, was healing itself. It was quiet. The ozone layer was repairing itself on its own. A lot of the smog was dissipating out here in Los Angeles, And that time's going to come again when the whole earth is going to be replenished and fixed, But this man has to be taken out of power first. So Yahushua, when he comes back, he's going to take this man down, take down these other nations, and establish, his rulership on the planet Earth. Therefore, establishing the laws, statutes, and commandments that were set up, But the first scripture is Isaiah 24:4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languish and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do language. Yeah, it says even the haughty people, the rich people of this earth, the proud, they're still, languishing, The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, and broken the everlasting covenant. And one of the main laws, they broke was, the land Sabbath. The reason why the food is all messed up. Reason why the vegetation of the land is all barren, desolate, especially out there, in Israel right now, because, the wicked is over there. But, the food, the earth can't really yield, its proper fruit. But this is because the land has to rest. This is Leviticus 25:3. 6 years shalt thou sow the field. 6 years shalt thou prune the vineyard and gather the fruit thereof. But on the 7th year shall be a Sabbath of rest unto the land, a Sabbath for the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Thou shalt neither sow the field nor prune the vineyard. Yeah, and Esau constantly is sowing the field, man, 24/7. Every day, every year, for hundreds of thousands of years, man. I mean, the land in America hasn't rested since, it was set up, hundreds of years. That's why the food is messed up. There's no nutrition. Everybody gets sick. There's no nutrition in the food, That wasn't always the case. There's a reason why the Lord said, the land has to rest. Everything has to rest. This is Numbers 13:23. And they came unto the brook of Ashcol and cut down from thence a branch with one cluster of grapes. It was just one cluster they cut down. And they bare it between two upon a staff. So it took 2 men to carry this one bundle of grapes. And they brought it of the pomegranates and of the figs. So that gives you a little, representation how big and how, healthy, the fruit was back then. You can imagine how nutritious those grapes, the energy, and the nutrition you could have got from eating one of those grapes. It took 2 men to carry one cluster of the grapes. It said they bear it between 2 upon a staff. So yeah, man, that's the reason why the Lord set up, this land has to rest. Now, one cluster, you can carry one cluster with your pinky finger, man. And now all of them is GMO. There's no seed. You can't find no grapes with seeds in them nowadays, man. They got cotton candy flavored grapes now, man. The GMO grapes. But that's it goes. The earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, and broken the everlasting covenant. It says, "A haunting people of earth do languish." Flip that onto the NLT. The earth mourns and dries up. The crops waste away and wither. Even the greatest people on earth waste away. They're languishing out here, man. People are dying younger and younger. They're getting weaker, more diseases are springing up. So flip it to the AMP. It says the earth dries up and crumbles away. The world dries out and crumbles away. And the exalted of the people of the earth fade away, man. Especially the exalted of our people, man. But that's all prophecy. It says, Proverbs 29:2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn, man. The people are mourning, man. Why? Because the inhabitants, the earth is defiled under these wicked people, man. Under the wicked of the earth. And the people are mourning. Everybody, the crops are mourning, trees are mourning, everybody's mourning, man. So it needs to be new management. There needs to be new management set up. It says in Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the face of the judges thereof. If not, where? Who is he? Yeah, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked, man. So the wicked is ruling this earth. He covered the faces of the judges thereof, man. He also set up lies, posted up their images of the men of the Bible, mainly Yahweh Shai, man. Put him up as an Edomite, covering up the faces of the judges, man, pushing out this lie. So yeah, this earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, man. But there's gonna come a day, the Lord is gonna take back His planet, take back the earth. So Revelation 11:18, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. Yeah, so everybody's getting it, man. These heathens, mainly Esau, man. He shouldest destroy them that destroy the earth, man. And that's what Yahweh Shai is going to do when he returns, man. And he's going to reward his prophets, man. He's going to reward his elect, He's going to reward the saints and them that fear his name. The ones that push the true name, Yahweh, and the son's name is Yahweh Shai, man. Small and great. It should destroy them that destroy the earth, man. So the Lord's going to take back his earth, man. Because he's coming to conquer. He's coming conquering and to conquer. That's the scriptures say, man. It's Revelation 21:1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High, out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. Yes, the elect, man. When the elect gets delivered, they're going to come down from the chariots. That new heaven and that new earth is that new rulership on the planet Earth, man. The same earth, but it's going to be refreshed. It's going to be renewed under Yahweh Shai and his joint heirs, which are the elect men, man, that are slated for salvation. How do you be saved out here? It's being delivered into those ships and chariots, what Esau calls UFOs, man. Pushing these lies about how, the chariots are aliens with tentacles and little green men, with big old eyes, or Palladians, He's pushing that lie as well, But we all know those chariots are operated by the angels, And that's the only way you're going to get up out of here during this destruction. That's the true definition of salvation, man, being beamed up in those ships. The elect is going to be delivered, man, and they're going to establish a new heaven and a new earth, which is the new government on the planet Earth. The earth's going to be refreshed, and they're going to keep the land Sabbath, No, the laws, the ordinances, the everlasting covenant. It's going to be a new covenant established. It's Isaiah 14:7. The whole earth is at rest, and it's quiet. They break forth into singing. That scripture says, men are going to be singing upon their beds, man. Nobody's singing upon their beds now, man. It says people are mourning now. When the wicked are bearing fruit, the people are mourning. People, they detest waking up in the mornings. They hate it. But, the men of the Lord, they're going to be singing upon their beds, man. They're going to be break forth into singing. Because the whole earth is going to be at rest and it's quiet. We got a little piece of that during 2020. Yea, even the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller has come up against us. Yeah, nobody's come up to cut them down. We're going to be cutting down trees for no reason, man. The trees are going to flourish and provide, that oxygen, which is what they're supposed to do. The air is going to be cleansed. The whole earth is going to be cleansed, man. Those beautiful trees are going to flourish in the kingdom, man. No fellers come up against us, man. The fir trees are going to rejoice, man. The cedars of Lebanon, man. Yeah, that's part of that earnest expectation of the creature. It says Romans 8:19. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the Son of the Most High. The whole earth is waiting, Flip it to the NLT. For all creation is waiting eagerly for that future day when the Most High will reveal who his children really are. For all creation, man. Let's flip that to the AMP. For even the whole creation, all nature, waits eagerly for the children of the Most High to be revealed. Yeah, so that links up, the fir trees are going to rejoice, in that day. But ultimately, the whole earth is for us, man. There's 9:13. And therefore be thou curious. Therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, who the world is and for whom the world is created. Yeah, so this whole planet was created, for the elect, man, the Israelites. But yeah, I just wanted to, the whole earth is defiled under these inhabitants thereof. With that, shalom.